Alright, hello again. This is the continuation intergalactic group, the dude, giving you my NFL wildcard playoffs divisional round predictions for this Saturday and this Sunday. Again, these are very important games. These are going to be the games to decide which team from the AFC and the NFC will compete in the respective divisional championship games and a possible trip to Dallas for the Super Bowl. Okay, here we go. The other matchups that are going to be happening this weekend. We're going to Sunday now. The first game that's going to kick off is going to be the Seattle Seahawks versus the Chicago Bears. Now this game is going to be a very interesting game for the simple fact that the team that nobody's picking to win has beaten the team that everybody's picking to win. Isn't that kind of, weird, kind of mind-boggling? Anyway, enough about that. This game here, to me, I don't know why this thought is coming to my mind, but we could potentially see another upset special served on a silver platter by the Seahawks. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you beat the world champions and you're probably the most disrespected team in these playoffs, everybody said you shouldn't be here. You're a 7-9 team. You're going up against the world champs. They're just gonna run the ball on you and push you around, and the defensive backs are gonna catch everything that you throw. Matt Hasselbeck, Pete Carroll. You just got here on a whim. Basically, you slipped on the Cinderella slipper at the right time, at the stroke of midnight, so to speak. That whole type of deal. Just don't deserve to be here at all. Well, did Seattle ever turn the tide and shut the mouth and open the eyes of every single person who said that? Except for me. I didn't say that the Seahawks had a great chance of winning this game. I just said they had a chance. So that can mean I either said they had a small chance or they had a big chance. But I did give them a chance to win the game. And from that, my proclamation came true, and they upset the New Orleans Saints, which I know would make any fan, or mostly any fan in the NFL, happy. But they did it. And they did it off of sheer motivation, desire, courage, bravery, whatever you want to call it, inspiration. All of those things combined. That's what you saw in that game. But the most part, the one thing that I saw from this team in this game last week was passion. There was so much passion and so much emotion in that stadium. With the crowd, with Pete Carroll, with the players, and for mostly Marshawn Lynch. That guy was not going to be tackled. You could have had Ray Lewis in front of that guy in that game, and I guarantee you he would have stiff-armed him and would have still kept running. I guarantee you. That was just, oh man. That game will forever be glued in my mind until the Super Bowl. I guarantee it. Like, Marshawn Lynch became an instant legend overnight. You know how they talk about instant classics or overnight celebrity? No. Scratch all of that out and put Marshawn Lynch, instant legend. That's right. I said it. I just made it up. I don't know if that word is even possible in sports, but I just made it up. I said it. Instant legend. That's what Marshawn Lynch became. Now, I'm not saying he's probably going to pull out another God-sent touchdown run in this. I'm not saying that. But then again, it could happen. He could pull out that godsend touchdown run. You never know. You never know. You never know. And that's why in this game, I'm going to give the Seattle Seahawks another chance. Again, not a big chance, not a small chance, but a chance to win this game. And I think, again, I think they're going to be, still wrapped up in this momentum that they have, because they just came off, it's not even probably, it's the biggest playoff upset, shocker, whatever you want to call it, victory in the history of the playoffs. They just came off a life-changing experience, you can almost say, from that game. And now they're going to take that into Chicago. Now, this is an interesting point about this whole game. Not saying that it has anything to do with it, because the regular season is in the past and the postseason is here and now in the present. But the Seattle Seahawks have beaten the Chicago Bears. That's right, they beat them. It was a close game, but they beat them. So, you know, when you got an advantage like that over a team, you really can't count them out, even though the public is going to count the Seahawks out technically, because, of course, they're going to think that was a fluke that they beat the New Orleans Saints. Me personally, I don't think so. If you beat somebody, no matter if they're on top, if they're on bottom, if they're in the middle, if they're the world champs, if they're the divisional champs, if you win in the playoffs, you deserved it. Bottom line, no matter what anybody thinks, they could, put all these cliches and statistics and, all of this material intimidation crap in front of you all they want. But the bottom line is the Seahawks won that game. It took some inspiration and some motivation to do it, but they did it. Bottom line. So respect it. And I think they could possibly do it again. Again, they don't have the odds in their favor. The deck is hugely stacked against them, and they're facing another hard-hitting defensive line in the Chicago Bears. Now, their offensive line, on the other hand, they've kind of been suspect, because Jay Cutler has thrown more interceptions than he has touchdowns, or if not more, he's thrown just as many interceptions as he has touchdowns. So, with that stat hanging over the Chicago Bears' head, they've got to be a little bit concerned. But at the same time, they're a good team. They're the number 2 seed, so they're going to be well prepared. They've been watching the footage, and they're going to try to come with a different strategy this time, which is what great teams do. So, but at the same time, don't be surprised if, Seattle makes this a very close game. And I think if Seattle makes this close, they have a good chance of winning this game. Because I guarantee you, Pete Carroll, he's going to take a chance. He's going to be he's going to be like the head coach of the Oregon Ducks in the championship game. The BCS championship game, I should say. He's going to take some risks. I guarantee you. Because if you come out publicly and say you're going to deliberately kick the ball to Devin Hester, you've got to be confident and you've got to be ballsy. Because Devin Hester, in my opinion, is the most dangerous kick returner in the NFL. Bottom line. Bottom line. So, Pete Carroll's got a trick up his sleeve. I guarantee it. This guy's got a trick up his sleeve. This guy knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. But at the same time, like I said, the Chicago Bears, they're a great team. They'll learn to adjust, and they probably could beat the Seattle Seahawks. It wouldn't surprise me, because everybody expects that to happen. But then again, like I said, you never know. But enough of that. Now that we've got off of the psychological and emotional side of the game, let's get to the physicality, the actual play of the game. Simple strategy for the Seahawks, pretty much deja vu. Get to Jay Cutler early, just basically bring the pressure, bring the pain, and get him off the field. Bottom line, if they can, have what's his name, Raheem Brock, and those other guys on the offensive line. I'm not too familiar with them. No disrespect, but I'm not too familiar with the defense of the Seahawks. But whoever they are, stay in Jay Cutler's face and make him continue that interception rate. That's what you want to do. If you can make Jay Cutler throw picks, then it's going to be an easy night for you, bottom line. Because Jay Cutler does not like to throw picks, and most of the time when he throws picks, the game slips away. So that's what you want to do. But in the meantime, try to get Jay Cutler on the ground. If at all possible, stop the run with Matt Forte, which is going to be a very hard task, being that Matt Forte is a whole nother different species when it comes to running backs. Far, far different runner from a Reggie Bush or a Pierre Thomas, because he's got good footwork. He's pretty much a straightforward, down the middle type of running back. So when you're dealing with that type of guy, it's gonna be pretty darn difficult to stop him. But I'm sure the Seahawks will find a way, and hopefully can find a way to stop Matt Forte. But I expect Matt Forte to have a good game running the ball this time around, being that it is the playoffs and being that the run is going to be so important in the playoffs this time around. So yeah, but I mean, if you stop Jay Cutler and you stop Matt Forte, then you pretty much stop the whole team. Can they do it? Possibly. Question is, will they do it? I don't know. I'll say this. I'll put it like this. I expect the Chicago Bears defensively to shut Matt Hasselbeck and Marshawn Lynch down. I expect that. Defensively. Now, offensively, I expect them to run the ball a lot with Matt Forte. If they can, prevent Devin Hester from getting the ball, then that's a good sign. I'll say that. But for the most part, I think the Chicago Bears are going to win this game. I think, they realize that, they made, some errors, especially defensively, last time around. So I know they'll adjust that. Matt Forte, I expect him to have a monster game, running. And I think Jay Cutler, is going to be more precise and be more intelligent with going to his receivers. So I expect Chicago to win this time around. If Seattle pulls off another upset, I will not be surprised at all, because like I said, they have a good chance of winning this game too. But I think with the game on, with this highest stakes on the line, I think Chicago is going to be more focused and they're going to be more prepared. And I expect them, to win this game. It won't be dominant, but I believe they'll win it. So yeah, that's going to do it right now for this game. I actually went a little bit over. I should have ended it a little bit earlier, but I got caught up in Pete Carroll and all that. So as always, I'll make another video right after this one, so you all stay tuned, because I'm going to break down probably the most anticipated match in all of this playoff stuff. The Patriots and the Jets, the trilogy, all the trash talk, Rex Ryan, Bill Belichick, all of that. I'm going to get to that right now, so stay tuned. Here it goes.